Welcome back, Indie Game Fanatics, to another first look video. In this one, I'm going to be checking out USC Counterforce. Lead your Space Commandos in a revival of turn-based squad tactics inspired by UFO, XCOM, and Aliens. Utilize in-depth skills and combat systems in multiple game modes, including a full campaign. Discover the truth behind the demise of Colony MC-83A, and join the USC in defending humanity. USC Counterforce is developed by Angry Cat Studios and Creatio 49, or Creatio, yeah, 49, and published by Fire Squid. That's right, we're playing another Fire Squid published game. And, yeah, we're going to jump right into this one and check it out. Now, from what I understand, this is a incredibly deep game as far as customization and the strategy and tactics used in the game. We'll see how well I do. And, I might have to do it in more than just one video, so we'll see how this goes. So it's created by Eliza Wenders, and then developed by Angry Cat Studios and published by Fire Squid. Interesting that they have an individual person identified as the one who created USC Counterforce, but it was developed by the game studio. Alright. So as you can see, they have several different modes. We've got the campaign main story mode, single mission mode, operations mode, and defend the base mode. That actually kind of sounds fun. Alright, we're going to play the tutorial mission and then hopefully have enough time to jump into the campaign and play at least a round of that. Chief Warrant Officer Brian, Chief McCormick, on comms. Alvarez, come in. Are you in engineering already? Power is glitching like hell, messing up nav. We need eyes on the reactor right now. Okay, so Fixie is Alvarez. Copy that, Chief. We've just arrived on Deck E. This elevator also had better days. Jordan, follow me. If we don't fix this quickly, it was all for nothing. I'm not going to try and pronounce other languages. It is still 5 in the morning. It's my excuse. And then Mercy, I'm right here with you, Hoss. Though I feel pretty useless outside the med bay. I usually feel pretty useless in the med bay. It's the regulations, but it kind of makes sense. If anything funny happens on this flying coffin, it's best if you're not alone. Come on, then. Sounds like they might be short-staffed on this ship. So Mercy's the medic, I'm assuming. Since they feel useless outside the med bay, and very specialized training is what I'm getting from that conversation. Okay, so welcome to the tutorial. Follow the instructions and learn the basics of playing the game. Click here to proceed. But anytime you feel like you need to learn a bit more about the underlying mechanics, just click on this panel to display more information and a link to the in-game encyclopedia. So that's helpful when you have a lot of interacting mechanics operating behind the scenes for gameplay, to include a encyclopedia kind of helping to explain them. So you can either select him by left-clicking on him on the map or on his info panel on the left. So you can select him by clicking here or by clicking here. Now this is kind of cool. Brings up a camera for his point of view. We can see down here he's got a quick hacker tool and a welding torch. So, marking a path and then making the movement. Open the door by either left-clicking on it on the map or by using the operate door button in the bottom. Note how some of Fixie's action points have been spent. Almost every action costs some action points. Click here to proceed. Note how the fog of war disappears as he looks around. Interesting.
Roger that.
You can plot a path through closed, not locked doors. Although I'd have to assume if you're in the middle of combat, that's not a great idea, because you could just be walking your guy right into a room full of enemies.
Yes, sir.
Mercy, come with us.
Roger that.
Let's look at this beauty. The blood I had to give to make her sing again. And now she just wants to quit on me in space? The blood, with all due respect, Haas, we all gave our blood so that the ship could fly again. Many of us quite literally gave blood for transfusions for the wounded. Trust me, I know I took it. Huh. Yes, yes. I know a little bit of Smash. Let's see, you don't understand how beautiful, how absolutely marvelous a Gauss static null field reactor truly is, and how very fucked we are if there's even a 0.01% discrepancy in anti-chronon rebound cycles. I have to tend to my Nina right now. Speaking of which, where the hell's my repair kit? Relax, it's in my backpack here, take it. Yeah, you just got... Alright, so we need to give the revealed kit to Fixie, select the item by left-clicking it, and then left-click the target Fixie on the map. So, give him the repair kit, select Fixie, move him to the marked grid.
Affirmative.
Using the repair kit costs 20 AP. Fixie doesn't have that much. End your turn by using the end turn button and yes, or by pressing enter. Okay, so end turn button, interesting position for it. I'm used to, in most 4X games, the timing stuff being in the bottom right corner. That's going to take a little bit getting used to. I'm used to like end turn being like around here. Do you really want to end your turn? 2 of your units still have 5 or more action points remaining. Unspent points will be lost, yes. All your AP has been reset to the maximum. Reselect Fixie, right click on the repair kit, then left click on the marked part of the reactor to use it.
Reporting.
These micro vibration dampeners were not properly configured, and the turbulence turn during takeoff did a job on the PACI. No biggie, luckily. I mean, okay, whatever. You're the engineer. I still don't know why I'm here. Oh wait, the regulations. Very funny. Hey, chafe reactor's fixed. You should now see the power flow stabilizing as we speak. Copy that, tech unit. Power flow reads nominal. I have another job for you though, and you won't be happy. I'm always happy. Hit me already. Not to paint the devil on the wall, but security systems are picking up movement on your level and below on H2 hangar bay. Everyone is accounted for. There's nobody there. It's something else. Probably a few worms crawled in prior to takeoff, tucked in during AA, and now fancy some chewing around. I just knew we weren't done with them yet. Knew it. Listen, Alvarez, Wade and Yin are already en route to H2. I need you to grab your sidearms quickly, check level E, and meet up with them ASAP. They're bringing proper weapons in case we have a bigger stowaway. Go, go. Copy Chief on the way. Got some bugs to hunt. Let's just make sure the med bay stays empty, okay? Move both your Marines to the 2 marked positions. We're gonna move Mercy to the further forward one since she's currently in the further forward position.
Roger. No problem.
The whole camera thing is really cool. I mean, since you're looking at it from a top-down perspective to get that camera angle when you click on someone is it's awesome. Doorbell is accurate to the door. Right-click on the IM lift.
Standing by.
So what we're doing is we're using the quick hacker to hack the door. I'm trying. Or you want me to do this door?
Reporting. I'm on it.
Ooh. Open the closed item crate by left-clicking on it. What do we get? Pick up the 4 items inside. You see magenta outlines by using the pickup button hotkey X and then clicking the grid. So 3 or X.
Searching. Searching.
So I have this issue with the tutorial where it's like split at least 30, but I want to get it more even, but because I'm in the tutorial I can't actually do that.
Position.
Like I bring her back to next to Fixie so that I can then hand over item and did I run out of action points? Yeah, we're out of action points. That's the issue. And turn.
In position.
Alright, so now right click on the pistol to equip it. Note the combat panel with a lot of weapon-related information and actions has appeared. Click here to proceed. Alright, so this is the info on the pistol. So yeah, that's a lot of information on the pistol. Load the pistol by right-clicking on the sack of ammo in your inventory. Alright, pistol's been loaded.
Roger.
Alright. They're just talking about heading to where they need to go.
Roger.
Roger.
Use manual hacking left click on the highlighted door when you have at least 12 action points to unlock the door. Well, we don't have at least 12. So end turn.
In position.
Okay. First bug. Bastard's already spewing that radioactive crap around. Calms himself. Okay, this shit show ends now. No more fooling around. Stay in position. Watch my flank. They could be anywhere. Roger, I've got your back. Alright, plot a path to the marked grid with Fixie. That's not a bug. That's just radioactive stuff. Take note. The path leads through a floor hazard, the rad pool. Move the marked grid instead. Yeah.
Affirmative.
That's what I thought. Ooh, you can jump floor hazard. Toggle jumping with the jump button. Default key J. Where's the other button for it? Down here. Okay. Let's make sure he's ready and turn. Oh, okay, I guess we're not bringing Mercy with us. With Fixie selected, toggle object push mode.
In position.
Because there's a crate there. Fixie still wouldn't fit through there, so push the crate again. Outside the tutorial, you can use the pull button when it's available. Alright, we found a bug. Hisses aggressively. Hostile, let's leave nothing to chance. Switch your attack mode to double express by clicking on the respective button or by pressing shift. So single shot and double express. What's the point of this? It's just double shot? So press the attack toggle button, the very big one. Where's the attack toggle button? Or press space to toggle targeting. Alright, left click on the worm to attack it. Attack it again if needed until it dies. The other grids in yellow, orange show the actual attack pattern of your weapon. Interesting.
Attack. Engage the enemy.
I fear we have another one there. You hear that? Yeah. I bet it's hiding behind those crates. Guess I've angered it now, killing its burrito pally. And that shaft, I can already smell their filth inside, nesting in the hull. That's not good.
Roger that.
The defense mode allows them to fire activate by using the defense button in the bottom right or with the hotkey.
Holding position.
Okay, so because he didn't have the AP to attack another one, and they believe there's one in that corner or down in this vent, that's why they had me set him up in defense position.
Fire.
And there it is.
Reporting. Understood.
Fixie selected left click the service tunnel hatch to seal it. Like other interactable objects, it is highlighted if you have enough AP to use it. Alright, meet you at the elevator. Let's hope triggers are really bringing the heavy tools. I'm not in the mood for treating injuries.
Understood.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say he needs to not go there.
Orders? Affirmative.
In position.
Alright, we're gonna be smart about it and not move him through the rad pool. How do I tell him to jump now? Why can't I toggle jump? They want him to walk through the rad pool in the tutorial? Why? That makes no sense. Why would they not consistently want me to keep him safe here?
Orders.
Okay, I guess he can walk through the rad pool now. I think that that part of the tutorial should be fixed to where it's consistent with him avoiding the rad pool. Select your units one by one. Use green extract button. Unit extract unit button next to their unit panels, and left to extract them and complete the mission.
Roger.
All right. Part 2, Squad Assembly. In this part of the tutorial, you'll follow instructions that introduce you to the basics of assembling a squad. While preparing Fixie and his fellow Marines for their bug hunt, feel free to read the encyclopedia entries for further details. You won't be able to save the game during this part, but it doesn't take long, about 10 minutes. Next. First, we're going to load the squad. In single mission operations and defend the base game modes, squad files store almost all of your progress. For the sake of the tutorial, the squad file prologue squad 2 is the one with Fixie. Huh. So, from what I would assume, is that they're going to have a character creation where you can make a bunch of characters and assign them to squads and then take those squads into the different missions. It's what that sounds like to me. And it's kind of like see how long you can keep your guys alive thing, I would assume, in some of the game modes. We'll learn more about that later. In the center, you can see the main panel. This is where you can review your squad's history, customize it, and create change loadouts. Loadouts enable you to create different skill and gear configurations for your squad, which you can switch between with a single click. We're going to use the default one now. Let's start by giving Fixie a more formidable weapon. First, we're going to sell his pistol and the 4x4 ammo because we need the additional squad points. See on the top bar. So a weapon, you must always first unload it. Unload the pistol with the unload button on the combat panel. In order to be able to sell the equipment, the item, not just weapons, you also need to unequip, deactivate it first, if applicable. Unequip the pistol by right-clicking on it. Now we can sell it. Left-click the pistol, select it, and then we can sell it. Sell the stack of ammo too. Okay. So we're looking for weapons. We're gonna pick up a assault rifle. Buy one for unit. 6 packs of the standard ammo. Alright, quick the assault rifle by right-clicking on it. There we go. Now load it with the reload button. Let's learn a bit more about core character mechanics in the game. It's time to inspect Fixie's skills. Marines have 9 skills as listed. All provide different, very important passive effects and bonuses. You can learn about them in detail in the encyclopedia or by reading the in-game tooltips later on. The marked marksmanship skill is important for the use of small arms. That's why we bought Fixie such a weapon. Let's select Mercy now. As you can see, Mercy's proficiencies are quite a bit different, but she's also skilled with small ranged weapons, marksmanship skill. so we'll give her a new weapon accordingly. So we've got 9 skills, they said. Endurance, agility, mental conditioning, melee combat, marksmanship, heavy arms, field expertise, electronics, and biochemistry. I would want to read into several of these, including field expertise and probably mental conditioning, to figure out exactly what that does. A lot of these I'm fairly familiar with the concepts behind them from playing a lot of RPGs. I mean, marksmanship and melee combat are pretty straightforward. That's your proficiency with those types of weapons. Same with heavy arms. Endurance is going to be your durability. Agility is your speed or accuracy with weapons, typically. Mental conditioning, I'm going to assume that has to do with, like, since this game deals with aliens, maybe the mental strain of dealing with horrific conditions. Where they are a medic, I would expect them to have decent mental conditioning. They're at 2 out of 5 already. Field expertise, I'm sure, has something to do with strategic play. Electro techniques, I'm guessing that Fixie probably has a decent level in that, since he's hacking and doing stuff like that. And biochemistry, I'm not sure, but that's at 5 out of 5, so that's our medic. So I'm assuming that has to do with their healing skills. Alright. Sorry, I just wanted to go through that so I could understand it. So buy a shotgun for Mercy. So we're going to go from all to small weapons so that focuses on the small arms fire, which even a sniper rifle is considered small. I'm interested in checking out the heavy. We've got combat knife, frontier axe, riot shield, and energy shield. And under heavy, we've got a minigun and a grenade launcher. That's pretty cool. Buy some ammo. We're not going to use the quick buy ammo buttons this time. Instead, go to the ammunition main tab. If you read the information about the shotgun, you'll know it uses 12 gauge caliber ammo. There's only one type of ammo that's currently available. So the idea is that you can get different types of ammo. My guess is that later on you can get ones that have the status effects of fire, poison, whatever all these represent. It's like frost. And then we're gonna buy, there's more buying options for ammo. Instead of a single pack, it varies by ammo type. You can choose to buy a full or a half stack. Maximum stack size also varies by ammo type. Buy a full stack of 12 gauge shells. So for the 12 gauge, 40 is the minimum stack size. For the 22 or the Cal 223 was 240. A single full stack of ammo is rarely enough for the average mission, but it'll do for now. Equip then reload the shotgun. Excellent. Fissy and Mercy are now ready. We're going to train triggers and links from scratch. Ooh. Okay, so he has no skills currently. That's kind of cool that you have the ability to go through their rankings and promote them yourself using these points systems. For the sake of the tutorial of this mission, we're going to train triggers for the role of a melee guardian that can take a lot of damage and keep enemies away from the other Marines. Triggers has 16 points. Each of the 9 skills can be trained as far as level 5. We're going to start out by maxing out his endurance. Among other passive bonuses, endurance is your main source of additional hit points. Trigger now has 250 HP, so he got 100 HP out of leveling endurance. Continue by putting 5 points into agility and melee combat. Agility is important for mobility, including additional action points. Okay, so that adds the AP, while melee combat is mandatory for the effective use of melee weapons in both offense and defense. We basically just made him a melee tank, and that's all he's useful for. We should also put a few points into mental conditioning so he can bear the horrors of the front line better. But he only has 1 skill point remaining. No worries, you can promote a Marine many times for 2 additional skill points for 5,000 squad points. Promote triggers once by clicking the promote button. Now increase mental conditioning to level 3. Alright, so when you're looking at the increase decrease, this is showing me how it's affecting the character or what the skills do. So field expertise, reduce the action point costs of picking up, dropping, and passing items, equipping, unequipping weapons, using hand grenades, using ladders and manholes, opening and closing unlocked doors, and operating other mechanical devices. Huh. The field expertise is more about mobility on the map than it is about strategy or anything like that. Interesting. Alright. So all Marines can also have 2 specializations, primary and secondary. Primary specialization requires at least a level 4 proficiency and grants both specialization bonuses, displayed on the skills tooltip. Secondary specialization only requires a level 3 proficiency, but only grants the first secondary bonus. Set mental conditioning as the secondary specialization. The bonus at the bottom. Okay, so primary specialization increases morale gain from kills by 5 and reduces all morale requirements by 3. Secondary specialization, the unit will never panic or attack friendlies in berserk state. There's a berserk state. So we're making it so that he can't panic. And then we're making it so that yields a 25% additional melee damage reduction and reduces defense mode AP cost by 8, even with firearms. Alright, so we're going to give him a melee weapon, the Frontier Axe. Melee weapon can be combined with a shield for extra protection, but we won't need that now. Alright, he's got his axe, equipment tab, extra armor plating. Alright, now for the 4th Marine, Lynx. She is currently inactive. You can deactivate a few Marines if you'd rather spend more squad points on the others. In this case, though, and also in most cases, we need her. Alright, so what are we doing with her? Assign all skill points between agility, endurance, and heavy arms. Then set heavy arms as the primary and agility as the secondary. Hits with heavy arms will always do damage to armor and cause bleeding. And then agility is the secondary, so they'll get reduced jumping action point cost by 1, increased jumping range by 1. She gets a grenade launcher. Okay. Good job. All set and done. Our small squad is ready to deal with whatever is lurking in the hangar bay. Begin mission. Alright, so the final part of the tutorial will be about combat. For more details, see the combat category in the encyclopedia. Select Mercy to open the door. Ooh, bug straight ahead of us. Boy, hello there, piggy. That looks like a fully matured worm pig. Take her down quickly. They are very vulnerable from behind. Go for it. How did these abominations get aboard the ship? The yellow bar above the warpig's health shows its frontal armor. Currently black bar. Next to it means it has no rear armor. Move to the marked grid with Mercy. I'm trying to understand how this displays it. The yellow bar above the warpig's health. This one. So this indicates that it has frontal armor, no rear armor? So like these guys have frontal armor. But to what degree? Like Triggers has way more armor, it looks like. Which makes sense.
No problem.
Alright, well, we're moving with Mercy. Attack modes with a sweep pattern deal extra damage from close up. Ready the shotgun and kill the worm pig. I did the double barrel. And we're gonna point blank shoot in the back.
Reporting. Understood.
It's time to press on into the hangar bay. Let our melee specialist lead the way.
Orders? Roger that.
Go Triggers. Contact forward a Reaper and a Scorpion, and they have a nest. Nest confirmed. Bring the heavy shit, Lynx. Move, move. Alright, crouch down with Triggers now by using the change stance button. Crouching allows your other units to fire above a Marine's head.
Standing by. Yes, sir.
Alright, activate targeting. Space Lynx target the Reaper, but it's better to fire at the marked grid. To do so, disable friendly fire. Lock first. Huh. Okay, I get it.
Fire in the hole.
God damn. Good shot. Lynx could fire again, but that would be a bit too excessive. Select Fixie and kill the Reaper with several shotgun bursts or short bursts instead.
Standing by. Reporting.
Okay, remembering the buttons for activating weapons is taking me a little bit to remember, but we got it. Tango down. Now we should anticipate an attack. There could be other aliens in the room. Put Fixie into defense mode.
Holding position.
Yes, because he holds the hallway. Triggers can initiate melee defense mode. That'll give him damage reduction and extra defense value until the next turn. Put Triggers in defense mode. Okay. Melee defense mode is very important for mechanic for melee units, obviously. Okay, end turn.
Tango down.
Oh,
Engaging enemy. Attack. Target hit.
That Scorpion could have blown up Trigger's face, but we still have an Alpha Reaper to deal with. Don't panic, first go to the marked grid with Fixie. So again, armor in the front, no armor in the back.
Reporting. No problem.
Use full burst attack mode for bonus close-up damage. Fire on the Reaper 3 times. You also need to reload once.
Fire! Engaging enemy. Out of ammo. Attack.
Clear the area with Fixie so the others can... It's not dead yet. But okay. I guess because he doesn't have the AP anymore.
Roger. Copy that. Copy that.
Melee weapons have a chance to deal a debilitating strike that lowers an enemy's damage. Select triggers and attack the Reaper with battering strike.
Reporting.
Perfect. The red bang icon indicates debilitating. Let's finish the Reaper. Instead of dancing with it, move to the marked grid with triggers. Okay. Time for Lance to have some more fun with the grenade launcher. Select the micro rocket attack mode and ready the weapon.
Roger.
So the point of this was just to show off like their different attacks and skills.
Fire in the hole.
Target down as crispy as they come. We'll purify it with more fire. Excellent job. One less area to worry about. Go to the marked grid with links and then end turn. Fire a micro rocket at the Hasdreen barrel with links. To do so, you have to disable friendly fire lock first. So let's disable friendly fire lock. We're gonna do micro rocket here. That's it, squeaky clean. So now we're going to sweep every single deck, room by room again. They had a whole nest, really. They could be anywhere, people. Alright, deck is clear, and this tutorial is about to end. You can learn more about in-depth mechanics in the encyclopedia, and the turn to complete the mission. Okay. This part of the prologue tutorial is now concluded. Alright. So we played through the tutorial. Yeah. I could see this game easily sucking a lot of time out of my life. It's pretty cool. So, looking into a campaign. Assignment details: Grand Operation Callie's Wrath, 8th Strike Fleet, 2nd Armada. We got the operation dates, system, target body, relay station distance. Command received distress call and intelligence report from USC Wraith. Crash landed on the planet following their investigation of a total comms loss with the colony. Contact with multiple hostile extraterrestrial life forms confirmed. Overall threat levels remain low as the hostiles seem to be animal-like and without technology, although there's some concern about their alleged psionic abilities. A strike fleet is hereby dispatched to neutralize any and all non-human hostile presence, and in the entire star system if necessary. Expect a rendezvous with Wraith, as she is supposed to be en route to the relay station right now. Debrief Wraith crew and proceed to the appropriate strategy. Wait, USC Wraith crash landed on this planet, and yet USC Wraith's the one we're meeting up with somewhere? Alright, so you got beginner, standard, hard, and ultimate difficulty. Campaign length, you can also do focus on narrative elements and key battles, many battles, and allow strategic freedom, or full scale and all-consuming military campaign. That's kind of cool. And session type. Drill, not a drill, hardcore. So, pre-manual saving and loading enabled. Not a drill, autosave only after missions in each turn. Hardcore, single autosave on irrelevant events. On all relevant events. So the idea is hardcore is your typical Iron Man mode, where you have a single autosave file, which only saves at relevant events. Not a drill will autosave, but only after missions and each turn. So you could fuck up a turn, and yeah, then you could just reload, as long as you don't end your turn to redo it. And then drill is the ultimate save scumming, where you can free manual save and load enabled. So you can just save and load at any point. Free aim mode. Toggle this option on to have the most of the star and sweep pattern. Attack patterns behave as if they were free, open LOF based. The setting will affect newly started sessions like difficulty, etc., and you won't be able to change it during that game. The default setting is off as part of the original combat system design, and game difficulty is generally balanced around that. Interesting. The campaign is the definitive experience with a story, a complex strategic layer. Progress is completely independent of other game modes. Expect a minimum total playtime of 15 to 20 hours for completion, or much more depending on the settings. So, that seems pretty cool. Let's jump in and see what it looks like. Choose your personal affiliation. Alright, so this one brings plasma technology. This one's advanced field medicine, IT gadgets, nuclear hand cannon, and laser scorcher. And this one you get no special advantage, but your untarnished reputation may serve you well in the long run. If you keep it up, you get a substantial boost to starting renown. Interesting. So this one's more of like the general affiliation, like you just get more renown, you get nothing else special. Each of these kind of brings a little bit of specialization to what the playthrough. So that's kind of cool that they've got different ones. Are struggling for resources, and what is still available is 90% controlled by only 3 mega concerns or corporations. The politics behind power, even in the case of the world-encompassing organization like United Space Command, are very delicate and complicated. Whatever you choose here defines how you start the campaign, but many things may change later, depending on your actions. So you get to personalize your in-game avatar. The avatar represents you in the campaign. You can choose to deploy yourself in any mission at any time if you wish, and will have to fight for your life in case the CIC is ever attacked. If your avatar dies, the game is instantly over. Huh. That's pretty cool. How many options we got? Okay, so decent amount. They can go with the classic Commander Shepard style of just having a helmet on 24/7. Sorry, if you don't know, I've got a cat here that I'm giving scratches to, and that's what I'm doing off the screen. She's getting chin scratches right now, which she loves. Yeah, you love your chin scratches. Alright, call sign Pegasus, nationality UN, age 40, gender male. There we go. Alright, character skill set, marksman, field commander, demolitionist, engineer, scientist, or custom. Interesting. Do we want my guy to be the melee guy? I don't know. It's saying that you'd have to be fight for your life, so we'll go with marksman. Is that a transportation gate I see? Yes, it is. If you're familiar with the X series, then you know all about transportation gates. Or warp gates. Okay, so they call them relay gates. This reminds me of, what is it? Starship Troopers, in a way. It's got that that feel of fighting animal-like aliens. Yet they had eradicated all personnel in sight and had a den deep underground, best described as a mega nest. All that on a practically uninhabitable planet. Huh. Geothanite, a crystal-like mineral found in its subsurface caverns, is what coal was in the 19th century or fusion reactors in the 21st century. In other words, they came across this alien species that are more than animals, were inclined to investigate because the planet's crucial to the future of Earth in that they've uncovered a new power source. Because that is something that humanity always needs. The next most powerful power source. Private research and mining sites have been around on it for the last 30 years. Many of them were in complete secrecy, trying to dodge even USCF regulations, but they are all in danger if these aliens are indeed a threat. The politics of the situations are complicated. Your task is clear. Full planet-side surveillance and control. Quite the task, sir. Alright, if you want the full story, read it. We've only got a few more minutes, so I want to jump into seeing what a normal campaign mission is like. Here we go. Welcome to the campaign tutorial. This tutorial presumes that you're already familiar with the squad unit mechanics and the tactical aspects of the game. It'll take you through the campaign exclusive mechanics and controls and explain them briefly. Strategies will not be covered. We leave that to you, Colonel. Tutorial. The campaign is controlled through 3 screens. Map command, as you can see now, squad assembly, and communications. You can switch freely between those on the top bar. Time in the campaign is handled in global turns, called mission time phases. In a single MP, you can deploy your Marines on multiple missions, interact with sectors on the map, and handle inventory. When you're done, you pass the MP. Alien activity and other events will then take place before it's your turn again. Huh. On the bottom bar, you can see your requisition credit and your income, the intel, control, and threat gauges, and the number of nuclear warheads and free sector scans available. Hover your mouse over any of these to learn more about them in detail. On the top bar, you can find your renown status, the reputation, I'm assuming, and your current amount of requisition credits. That's over here. Resource points and other crafting materials. Click on these to open the respective resource converter. Again, hover your mouse over these to learn more about them in the details. Hover your mouse over any sector hex on the map to display information about it on the right. Click a sector to interact with it. Scan to see what's there and increase intel. Nuke it if you need to expressly deal with an alien horde. In many cases, you can manage a sector or deploy Marines on a mission located there. Managing a sector means building a mining base on it. This incorporates gameplay elements from the Defend the Base standalone game mode. Mining is an important source of income you shouldn't overlook, but it is not mandatory. Learn about these mechanics from the encyclopedia under the tutorial. Ooh, what is this? Open the squad assembly screen. You can manage all of your Marines and inventory. There are a few key differences. Oh, sorry guys, I'm getting a little tired. Differences compared to the non-campaign squad management mechanics. There are no preset squads or loadouts when you visit the squad assembly screen without a mission selected. You can only manage your items and individual units. You can assign Marines to actual squads, sometimes even up to 3 squads for 18 Marines total, when you've selected a mission with the deploy button on the sector info panel. You can buy with requisition credits or craft with materials, most of the weapons, ammo, and items. You can disassemble all items except ammo for crafting materials. You can also have the option to stock items for future use without limits. Some items are only available if particular faction requisitions have been met. All items are persistent. What you spend is spent, and what you get and bring back from your mission is yours. Marines can be freely assigned to a squad when their status is available. They'll become unavailable when they are already assigned to another squad mission, returning from a mission, recovering from serious injuries, or have been killed in action. You can't access their personal inventory while they are not on base. Marines gain XP on missions and may gain new ranks with additional skill points, but already assigned skills can't be changed. All weapon upgrades are available as Mark 1 from the get-go. Select a weapon already in your possession to see the options. You can enhance upgrades and get weapon prototypes through diplomatic channels in the communications screen, but not through missions like in the non-campaign game modes. Finally, the communication screen is where you can enhance weapon upgrades, get prototypes, and access the black market and get additional nukes. Your approval with a faction will improve with these interactions, and through missions, what they will sometimes ask you to do for them. If you accept, a higher approval rate will lower prices and unlock exclusive items, among other benefits. You can buy faction associated prototypes, or get weapon upgrades, or requisition one additional tactical nuclear mech. So you can either pay with resources, which are those crystals, seems to be the primary way, so that's why mining is not necessary but also very helpful. Or you can pay with money or do an exchange to get materials, buy weapon prototypes. Yeah. Be wary that any particular faction may disapprove of some actions, like using the black market. USC generally disapproves of any interaction outside their channels, hurting your renown. Failing, ignoring, or rejecting a faction given mission will harm your relationship to different extents. But because they have this mission, we don't want to fail it. It's the main mission, though. Your main objective is to find and eradicate alien nests. You're also highly encouraged to source the crystal by developing and defending mining sites, explore abandoned installations you find, and complete special operations when available. So it feels a bit overwhelming, but at the end of the day, this is the campaign, this is the map, this is what it looks like, and you get to kind of pick and choose as you're going. It's interesting. We've got 9 nukes. Sector scans, we got 3 of them. You can gain 1 free scan charge every mission time phase. You can have a maximum 3 at a time. Additional scans cost 10 batteries and 10 electrical components. This is the threat level, control, and the intelligence. We've got 0 of the crystal, and we've got 13,000 is our current credits that we would get after this mission, or after this MTP, or MP. It's our reputation, map, squad assembly, communications, and these are our credits. Okay. Guys, I'm going to leave it here before we actually jump into the campaign for this one. This is, yeah, kind of what I thought. It's a very deep game with a very interesting uniqueness to how it's set up. I see elements from a lot of games I've played in the past, with like the turn-based system, the fact that you have the overall map command, you have the unique units, which are pretty cool. The amount of customization in this game is wild. Got the prototypes, ammunition, equipped tools, you've got stimulants, you've got rad painkillers, bandages, laser scopes, quick hands. Like, this is a lot of stuff. Unit specs, you've got your individual skills and everything, roster. Last time I saw a game this complex was when I think I played Star Traders Frontiers. which is a fantastic game as well. And yeah, they say the main campaign can take you 15 to 20 hours, but honestly, if you're actually being tactical about it, I could see the campaign itself taking quite a bit longer, especially the first time playing. Maybe once you become very familiar with the game, you can act quickly and you know what your goal is. You probably finish in that time easily. But this is the kind of game where easily you could play it over many times, especially with there being different settings resulting in higher difficulties, different factions to choose from at the beginning. So the replayability of just the campaign itself is pretty decent. I could easily see you going through each faction to play through the campaign with, resulting in at least 4 playthroughs of the main campaign. And that's not including different, like, coming up with different ideas for squads, combinations of different units, weapons, defensive items, melee combat. There's definitely ways that you can like create challenges for yourself out of what there is, like run with a full squad of melee guys, which would probably be highly impractical, but would be a fun challenge to do kind of thing. And then also on top of that, you have the different game modes as well, of single missions or defend the base. So if you don't have the time to dive into a full campaign, but you're familiar with the game having played in the past, you can intentionally choose just to play a single mission or defend the base mode, and that way you don't have to invest the time into a full campaign once you've played through it before, and still enjoy the game quite a bit. So it's pretty cool that it has those different game modes as well. Yeah, USC Counterforce, highly replayable, very in-depth game. A lot to learn as well when you play it. There will very likely be a follow-up where I start playing the campaign, guys. I don't know if I'm going to do it as like a part 1, part 2, or do this as the first look and then just do a second look follow-up, since this is a 1.0 released game. Second looks I usually save for after games have experienced a lot of development. But I have in the past with like that one game used as a second chance to take a look at the game and see if we could figure it out. The issues we ran into with it while it was in early development. Yeah, I will figure that out. And either way, you'll more than likely see a second video at least of this game, USC Counterforce. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.